let's have a talk. I got a little bit of a ride ahead of me. I got about an hour left to my destination. And I want to talk to you guys about, well, my Africa Twin. Is it everything I hoped for? Is it worth the hype? I mean, it's a really popular bike. When people see it, it's like, wow, Africa Twin, me too, right? I mean, hands down, it's an eye-catching, beautiful, fantastic bike, you know what I mean? But is it really worth that, will we say, hype or excitement? I don't want this to be a review. I believe I can review a bike after, say, 1,000 miles. Right now, I am at 898 miles. After today, I might be at 1,000, give or take, you know what I mean? But again, don't take this as a review. Take this as, like, my thoughts. What's my excitement, all of my praise, and all of my hope kind of come true, if that makes sense, you know what I mean? And starting off, number one, I think the best place, and again, don't take this as a review, I wanna make that very clear, is the price of this bike. This bike is not cheap, right? What is it like? You can probably get them anywhere from 18 to 20,000, give or take what your dealership charges are, your tax rate and all that stuff. So I mean, it's almost up as much as a car. Probably is as much as some cars out there, you know what I mean? So no question about it, it is a very expensive bike. But you don't look at it as, you know, and I think that's what a lot of people look at this bike as. Even one of the other dealers I was looking at before. Oh, it's a massive dirt bike. It's just, people are going to take it and think it's a dual sport. No, and as you all saw in my last video, I learned my lesson that, you know, I got to watch my skill level to this bike. Not so much how well can the bike handle this, more or less can I handle this. That's how you got to look at the Africa Twin, you know, because it's going to handle just about everything you can put it through if, again, you can handle it. And I learned my lesson in my last video. If you haven't watched that one, go watch it. It was probably the worst day I've ever had on a motorcycle, right? So, again, if you look at the Africa Twin as a whole, and when I say about that, it's like right now, I'm probably not going to ride much dirt, if any, you know? And that's fine. What I look at it is like, it does a little bit of everything really, really, really good, right? Touring, road riding like this, commuting around town. Then if you hit the dirt, it handles it. And you might be saying, well, man, so did your NC 750. Which, yeah, I took that on the dirt, and it did fine. But let me tell you what, when I was hitting those trails and it had kind of like washout and you'd feel like that NC, the suspension would bottom out and you just feel it. It would just rattle you. It's crazy. When I ride the same roads on the Twin here, and I really haven't learned too much about the electronic suspension here. I keep it on medium if I'm on-road or off-road, you know, and it just, I don't want to say it floats like a Cadillac, but it doesn't jar you, if that makes sense, right? It doesn't jar through your whole body. You still have control. And same with this, when you lean into a turn on the road, you still have that nice control. Again, it does everything. That's what I think is so great about this bike. Some people might say, and let's be honest here, right? Me and many of us others with Africa Twins, are we going to do a lot of that stuff that Honda advertises on the bikes? Going crazy through the desert, jumping them, this, that, and the other, doing wheelies on them? No. I bet 90% of us with Africa Twins will never do that kind of stuff. We'll go hit some nice trails, some Jeep trails, you know, some actual trails like that. That many of us are hitting single tracks, jumping them or wheeling them. You know what I mean? We're out for just a good time adventure and to explore nature, and we want to be able to do it in any means possible. If I want to get on this Africa Twin right now and drive cross country to California, I could do it, and I could be darn comfortable, have enough power, and again, I'm set on this bike. If I want to run down the street to the local mart, I can do it on this bike. If I want to go meet a friend like I am doing right now, I can do it. If I want to go out there, I can do it. That's what makes the Africa Twin so great. It's that one and done bike, and like, that looks fun. And like I stated before, when I bought the BMW, I bought the DR650, I had the 300L, I had the NC 750. All those bikes are awesome. Nothing about them what's bad. They're great bikes for what they are, but for me, it wasn't what I was looking for. I was trying to make the Africa Twin out of multiple bikes. This is what I wanted. I'm not an aggressive rider. I'm not a crazy rider. I'm not a speed demon, but this can handle anything. And when on the road, I know I got control with this, and I got my spot on the road, you know. That's what's great about it. So I probably went very long-winded right there, but hopefully you catch my drift about the number one thing. Is it worth the price? Again, don't look at it as a dirt bike, right? Look at it as like a tourer, a venture, a cruiser, not in a cruiser style, you know what I mean? But it's a bike that's going to do everything for you. That's what makes it worthwhile at that price point, you know. Now, we can dive even deeper into the bike, which would probably be more towards review stuff, but as you see, I got Apple CarPlay pulled up here right now. I got a dash down there. I got heated grips. I got all these controls and everything here, you know. I got this massive tank. You can see I got some mods already, which we'll do a video. I got my Nelson. You all know I love my Nelson rig. I got my tank bag, got my crash bars on the back. I got the big Givi case. I just ordered my side racks. Not the cases yet, but I ordered the side racks. So I've done some nice mods. Also wind blockers right there. By the way, this also has the adjustable screen, which I need to clean. Talking about that, that's another thing, right? The wind blockage on this bike is fantastic. Even on the smaller Africa Twin, the gas tank is pretty, I say smaller. The red and black one, not the Adventure Sport. I got the Adventure Sport. But the red and black one, the gas tank is still real big. Like you can see here, my legs are all the way in here. The red gas tank is like to here, so it's still blocking everything. But as far as, again, you're hitting highway, you're cruising, stuff like that, it does everything fantastic, you know. And then the features built into it, the Apple CarPlay, we can pop down here to settings, and you see I got user modes, and you can dive so deep: traction, electronic braking, your power, the G mode, we'll talk about that another day, ABS, suspension, all of that stuff. It does it all, and you got all your information. Again, it's that one and done bike. There's so much packed into it, you know. Now, yes, let me get back to my navigation so I know where I'm going. Now, the one thing about the Africa Twin, again, if you watch my previous video, the one downfall about this bike is not even, the size, I guess that's part of it, but the weight. This bike, no joke, is just heavy, but not just heavy, it's awkward. Does that make sense? Massive gas tank, I believe 6.5, so that weight is right there. It's very straightforward, slim profile, you know what I mean? Even though you got all the wind blockage, right? When it falls down, it's flat, and it's heavy. Wow, is it heavy? You can hear people say it online, oh, it's heavy, this, that, or the other, whatever. It's not, again, the core weight, which, again, yes, it's heavy. I'm not saying it's not. Think about when you're out riding, you're riding for long distances. When are you going to drop it? You're not going to drop it right now. You're going to drop it after you're riding this road for a few hours, wherever you're heading, right? Then you're going to hit that dirt road. You're going to be out of energy. You're going to be pretty gassed. Hit some sand or mud. That's when it's going to drop. When you're out of energy and you're just at the end. You know what I mean? So that's what you got to think about. Think about the weight in that situation. It makes other bikes look incredibly lightweight. So once you learned on the Africa Twin, you start using the Africa Twin, every other bike feels like a toy when you're riding it, you know what I mean? Because this is a heifer and it is big, you know. But it's nice. Leaning into turns, you're planted on the highway with high winds or anything, you're still planted. No matter what you do, you're planted. I can ride dirt roads, some of the ones I used to ride with all my other bikes, and I can ride 50 plus miles an hour on them on the Africa Twin, and I'm planted with stock tires. I haven't changed my tires yet, you know, and that's what's really, really nice about it. Again, it's that one and done, but it is also a bike that you got to understand your limitations. That's the biggest thing about it. Understand your skill level, because the bike is going to be able to do more than the majority of us, you know. At least, maybe I should speak for myself. but it can do a lot more than what I am capable of doing on the bike, and I like that. I don't like my skill level to be above the bike. I like the bike to be a little bit above me, because I can learn it, and I can continue to grow and build my skill. I'm not saying being crazy or do stupid things, but go on different adventures, ride different things, go further, and again, I grow with the bike rather than me saying, well, shoot, what's next? That probably sums it up right there, and I think that's a great note to end it on, and I think I'm going to end it right there. And I will be back with the review on everything of this bike, but hopefully you guys can jive with me and catch my feel of the Africa Twin. Two things: is it worth the money? Yes. Make sure it's worth the money to you. Number two, am I happy with the bike? Hands down, I absolutely love the bike. It is everything I could have asked for and more. That, again, I'm still learning. So anyways, thank you so much for stopping by for this adventure. I hope I helped you out, and I hope you enjoyed this ride and this conversation right here. Again, it's a topic that again, I think really needs to be covered with the Africa Twin, with someone that's kind of new to the platform in this size bike. So anyways, please subscribe, hit that thumbs up if you liked it, and I hope I catch you on the next adventure. Bye now.